And hello, and thank you to anyone who's listening live on Twitch, YouTube, or in Discord. Um, we're going to start by introducing each of the players and their characters. So we'll start with starting from the top and going down. Just give a little bio about your character so people know what to expect. Go ahead.
Okay, just do something about me first. My name's King. I'm playing Dern Shadestep. He's a human artificer who was kind of he was kind of born into a bit of a rough family, so he's had to deal with that most of his life. But he's been growing through it, and now he's late 20s, and he's starting to discover stuff about himself and his skills as an artificer that he hasn't seen yet. So it should be interesting.
Okay. Edie, go ahead.
What, me? Okay, so basically, I play as a beastmaster that named Eddie. The background for this character is that he already been thrown out from his family and be gone in the forest for like 10 to 15 years.
Okay. And Gregor?
Hi, I'm Double. I play Nymph on the Continuous. I'm playing as a character called Gregor. He is a kind of like a lion type, right? I chose class Field Clinic, and that's about it.
Okay. So, let's begin. You open up to a horse-drawn carriage running down a dusty road. You were picked up earlier at a mercenaries guild. You were hired by a woman named sorry about that. You're hired by a woman named Marin. She's brought you here because there is a supposed threat on the king's life at a gala tonight, and she's brought you in to help either deter or to stop it at any cost. As you guys approach the city, she brings you into the barracks to inform you about what's happening. You are not to speak to the king at all, or to disturb the guests, and you are not to disturb the party in any way. The only person you are allowed to talk to at the party is her, unless you're investigating. She tells you not to bring any conspicuous weapons or armor or anything, and she gives you each nice garbs to wear into the gala, as to not stand out. So we move on to the gala, and you guys are now inside of the room. The king has not arrived yet. So go ahead.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. So, so we're in a gala, so it's all people dressed up really, really nicely with, I'm assuming, either tables set out with food or waiters going around and with trays carrying drinks and food and all that.
The food is not being served yet. There is, however, a table off to your right with small little snacks and stuff, little plates of meat and stuff that you can snack on while waiting for the meal.
Okay. Does that table also have drinks on it? Or?
Correct.
Okay. So as to hopefully not arouse any suspicion, Darren will casually walk over and investigate a few of the meats that are on the table, and pick up a glass of wine and slowly sip from it.
Okay.
Just gonna wander around, see like the area the area, like the area that we're in. If there's any doors and any other entryways.
Sure. You see one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
Looking around, you see the main entrance. You see an odd door behind the staircase leading up to the king's, I guess, quarters room, whatever you want to call it. Behind it is a strange door. It's looks to be made of metal. Other than that, though, there are no really other doors.
There's nothing that stands out.
No.
Okay.
Edie?
So I will. Is there any people around the hall yet? Inside this hall? The other person?
One more time?
Is there anyone that already been there?
I'm sorry, what are you looking for?
Okay, I thought.
You might want to turn up your microphone.
Yeah, just
a little
like
bit.
can you if you can you shut up just a hair? You're a little quiet. I'm having a little trouble hearing you. I've turned you up as much as I can, but it's not helping much. Okay, well we're gonna go back to Dern. You're at the table sipping your wine.
Okay. He'll pick up a small little meat dish and taste it experimentally, and after deciding, I'm not sure what kind of meat dish it would be, and like, do you have any specifics that would be there, or
What do you mean like what kind of?
but
Oh, you're saying like
as
are
in
they labeled?
yeah,
No, nothing's labeled. It's
but,
just open trays of meat and cheeses and breads and different snacks.
okay. He'll taste a piece of meat and then get a piece of bread, a slice of cheese, and another piece of meat, and put it all on this. He'll put the cheese and the meat on the bread and start eating it while walking around, looking at what everyone's wearing, and see if there's anyone that particularly stands out as anyone noteworthy, or even people who tend to blend a bit too much into the background.
Go ahead and roll for perception.
Okay, that's just a straight.
Yeah, you're always going
D20.
to roll d20 at all times whenever you
Okay.
roll.
Yep. Damn. And the test roll was so good.
Yeah, you look around the room, but no, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary per se. You notice lots of people walking around and anything, but as far as you can tell, nothing's out of the ordinary of what would be happening at a gala or party.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Not really. I'm good. I've seen what I've wanted to see.
Edie, what do you mean? Is there anyone that sits in a group or something? Are you looking for specifically just for like a group of people talking, or someone like near a group of people talking? Yeah, you see a couple of different people talking. There's either sitting at tables or standing up and just chatting. I mean, most of the people here are talking to someone.
It's almost like you have to put up a sign saying we apologize for the brief interlude.
No, we should be fine. We'll just cut back to you guys while he's typing.
Let's see. Well, he doesn't spot anyone who's conspicuous. So,
No, but you do notice Marin, the person who hired you to protect the king and to find who the supposed assassin would be, entering into the gala in her knight's outfit.
okay. He gives her a friendly nod.
As far as you can tell, Edie, no one's wearing anything that would look out of place. Or actually, go ahead and roll for perception to make sure.
D20, is it?
You're gonna copy this and paste it into the dice rolls channel, and that is how you roll.
Alright.
As far as you can tell, no one's wearing anything out of the ordinary. Everyone's dressed up very nice, and everyone's wearing either a nice dress or suit or some variation of, whereas the guards are all dressed in their outfits.
Can I walk over to Marin and that's okay. Marin, is there anyone can you give us any more information about the about this assassination that's supposed to take place? Can I please, I want to keep this quiet, but I don't want to whisper this, but yeah.
She tells you, well, not much is known. We just know that there's been rumors about it, and so we're just trying to be safe. The rumors have said it might be a male, but we're not sure what to expect. Honestly, it's all been hearsay rumors.
So the assassin could even be you.
She starts laughing. It could be, yes, but I am guarantee you it's not.
I figured.
in all fairness, that's exactly what a spy would say. Oh, sorry, an assassin. An assassin would say, not a spy. While he's talking to... Is her name Marine?
Marin.
Marin, okay. While he's talking to Marin, can I... Yeah, I'm going to go around and say hi to people and casually glance over at the guards and see if any of them might look like they don't quite belong.
Specifically the guards?
Yeah,
so more like... Perception?
Thank you.
There are a lot of guards, too many to count. They are literally surrounding the walls of the room you're in. And as you guys are entering, you notice that they were patrolling the grounds as well. There aren't any really in the middle of the gala. They are just surrounding the outer wall, with the exception of Marin and walking around. You rolled that 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you start talking to people, saying hi, and you notice off in the distance, in the corner of your eye, one of the guards is kind of looking back and forth, very cautiously.
Okay. I'm going to casually just kind of...
No, the king has not arrived yet.
Yeah. Can I casually walk up to him, as if like I'm looking at everyone else, and I'm going to ask him if he's had a tough night.
You're saying those exact words?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I'm pretty worried about this gala. I've heard the rumors about the what's happening tonight, and I'm just kind of scared. Something seems a little off about him.
Does he appear any younger than any of the other guards?
Yes, just he's not like significantly younger. He is, but he does appear to be younger than the average other guard.
Okay.
There's something weird about him. You're not sure what. It's not threatening, but you feel like he's trying to hide something.
Yeah. How often would the king have these galas?
Are you
or
asking,
have these
are
kinds
you
of
asking me
events?
as the DM, or are you asking the guard?
Yeah, you. In case I would have some idea of it.
You have no idea. You were brought here to a different kingdom,
Okay.
so your character would not know.
I'm going to ask him then. I'm going to ask him how often these galas happen.
They happen whenever there's an important event. We're not sure what this one may be. They normally don't announce it until the event begins.
That's a nice catch-all answer. Okay, I'll nod and give him a pat on the shoulder and say, "Well, I hope everything goes well for you, and I'm sure whatever happens tonight will. If something happens tonight, it'll be swiftly dealt with."
What do you mean?
And, well, you said you're afraid of the king getting hurt, so
do you
I'm
know
sure.
what's going to happen tonight?
I have no idea, but if something were to happen,
see this? Can I see and hear him talking?
Yeah,
Where I am?
Yeah, you can see him talking.
Okay, can I walk over?
Sure.
So what you talking about, guys?
oh, just that I'm sure this brave guard here will be he will be instrumental in protecting the king's life should the prevalent rumors come true that an attempt on his life will be made tonight.
As far as you can tell, no. Roll for perception, rather. Roll for perception. Roll into the dice rolls channel. No, as far as you can tell, no one is looking at them. As you guys are talking to this guard, Marin kind of sneaks up behind you. You never noticed her, and she puts her hands on your guys' shoulders. What are you guys doing?
We're just making a little chat with the guard. That's all. I mean, it's not like we're doing anything we shouldn't be doing.
You guys are drawing too much attention to yourselves.
Okay, guess we'll just head back then.
Gregor, roll for perception. You notice that the guard you're talking to is right now incredibly worried. Right now at this second.
Hey, Marin, we'll be right over there. We're just gonna finish up this conversation, you know?
You guys need to go right now. You're drawing too much attention to this. We can't have guests talking to the guards.
Hold on. You know, this is kind of a adult party, you know? We're just trying to talk. We're trying to meet some new employees, you know? It's fine.
Listen, you guys really do need to separate, okay? We can't have you guys bumping up. You're drawing too much attention to yourselves.
Dan's going to speak a little bit quieter, so at about the same level that Marin's trying to whisper. And he says, "Well, I thought I might talk to this guy. He seems quite nerve-wracked about something, almost like he's expecting something to happen."
Well, yes, they've all been briefed on the situation. They know that there will probably be an attempt on the king's life tonight.
Well, then,
And
yeah,
yet, sorry. Is just concerned, and yet this is the only one that seems overtly concerned. He doesn't seem to be too good at hiding his thoughts from people.
Marin,
Yes.
why does it even matter if we're talking to the guards? I mean, I know guests don't usually talk to guards, but most of the other guests are off talking, and
We don't want to draw attention to the guards so that people think there's something wrong. We're trying to keep the peace.
It's just one. Come on, just let us talk to him for a bit now.
Listen, you guys need to get away from him now. You've disturbed him long enough. He needs to be watching the perimeter in case something happens.
Dan nods, and he's gonna gently pull Gregor away, and hopefully Marin will stick with them. And while they're walking away, he's going to say, "I'm concerned that guard may have something to do with the events of tonight."
Can I whisper to Durin? Hey, I'm gonna go interrogate him a bit. I know a spell that could clearly tell if it works correctly. If he's nervous for the wrong reasons or not. You just gotta keep Marin busy, okay?
Sorry, were you saying that I need to keep Marin away, or?
Yeah.
Okay. He gives you a little bit of a nod, like as discreet of a nod as you can do.
Okay. All right, Marin. I'm gonna head off. I'm just go wandering around.
Okay. Edie, don't. You can chime in at any time by typing. Tell me when you want to do something. You don't have to wait for them to finish.
Can I walk back to the guard now and
Walk back to where?
the guard that we were talking to?
Okay.
Can I ask him? So
Roll
sorry,
for
you just
stealth
had
to
to.
sneak over to him.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna cut to Dern real quick because he's supposed to be distracting, correct?
Yeah.
And we'll see how well
Yeah.
he does. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, did you want me to roll for it, or?
No, What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just leading Marin away and talking to her about the guards, specifically the guard that Greg is trying to interrogate.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't mention anything about the interrogation, just the fact that the guard seems a little bit young and inexperienced to be in such a public position, especially tonight.
Well, we
he'll ask him.
We need as many hands as we can get on deck. We can't afford to let anything slip past.
And I agree with that, but surely there was. Surely it would have been better to have the more seasoned guards.
His job is for one reason only, to watch. If there's trouble, he can call for help.
Of course.
The ones for patrolling are the ones who are experienced in their job, and are the ones who, if need be, can fight off whatever the threat is, if found, which is what your job is, by the way.
He nods. I'm aware of what you brought us here to do, and I can assure you that we will do our utmost to complete the task that you have set. But as you believe the guests may be an issue, we must also turn an eye to the guards. For no, there is no organization that is truly incorruptible.
Listen, you need to stop concentrating on the guards, okay? I am pretty sure it's not one of the guards.
I can assure you, from now I will not talk to a guard. I will assure you of that.
Roll for distracting her.
Hey,
Okay.
Ooh, that would
I looked at the test and it was just like critical hit, and I'm just like, okay, thank God. Like, I had to glance up to make sure it wasn't a 1.
If it was a critical fail, we would have been
Okay,
in
yeah.
some big trouble.
You would, because he got a 2, so. Okay, yeah, you do not draw attention to yourself.
Okay.
Gregor.
Um,
We're gonna cut back to Gregor.
Hey, sorry about
Edie, yes, you
interrupting
do
the
notice
conversation.
at the top of these stairs the head of the King's Guard, the person who is who's essentially assigned to protect the king at all times. He is at the top of the stairs, just waiting for the king. What were you saying, Gregor?
So, hi, sorry about the interruption. Our escort was just worried about something, not really a big deal. Mind if I ask, what exactly are you doing here? And then can I use the pros?
One second. Edie, you want to go up the stairs to where the king's room is and talk to the head guard? Correct? Okay. The stairs lead directly to the king's room. What were you saying, Gregor? Go ahead.
I was just asking him, what are you doing here? What's your job for tonight? And I was going to use detect lie to see if he was thinking about being a guard or not.
Go ahead and roll for it. He tells you, well, I'm supposed to watch the perimeter and make sure that I spot anything anything suspicious, that it gets brought to the attention of everyone else.
But thank you, sir. Well, I mean, that's all I have to say. Just a little bit worried about what we've been kind of told what might happen tonight, but I'm glad women like you are on the job.
Thank you. Roll for perception. Okay. Do you want to say anything else?
No, I was just going to walk back and not try to draw attention to myself.
Okay. I'm going to cut back to Dern, who's talking to Marin.
Dan asks, he's just gonna ask Marin when the last intake of recruits was.
Well, we get fresh recruits every day. They usually start at the age of 18, and they work their way through the ranks, I guess.
So they don't receive any training?
We train them from day one. They enlist and we train. There's no application process. Marin, right now, Go ahead and roll just to try and find her in the crowd. You do not see her anywhere. She's lost in the crowd.
And I thought you were gonna say something like she was. You
1 second.
can't find her anywhere.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, well, yeah, Edie could not find Marin in the crowd. She is lost. Well, she's not lost. You just cannot find her in the crowd. Gregor, what were you saying before I left?
I was just saying that I expected you to say like, oh, you can't seem to find Marin anywhere. You expect her to be dead.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are doing whatever it is you're doing, you hear the sounds of trumpets playing, and you look, and you see the doors to the king's room open as him and his wife start descending down the stairs. You see the entire group of people, like the entire crowd, start rushing over to the bottom of the stairs to greet him.
Should I bow?
Sorry, one more time? What did you say? Welcome back, Dern.
Thank you.
In case you missed it, the trumpets had just began sounding, and the king is now descending down the stairs.
Okay.
With his wife. The entire group, the entire crowd of people in the gala have all migrated to the bottom of the stairs to greet him.
Okay. I will join them, I suppose. Try and be as as nondescript as possible.
Okay. Gregor? Edie? I think Edie's typing. So,
Yeah.
All right, Dern, what do you want to do?
Greg is typing as well.
You want to stand in the back of the group, okay? No, I mean like you're just going up to see what's happening, or did you have a plan in mind?
For me or for Edie?
For you, you.
I'm just trying to be. Yeah, I'm trying not to stand out, so I'm going to be in with the crowd of people trying to greet the king.
Okay.
Just kind of seeing how people react, and
many of them are jumping up and down with glee and very, very pleased to see him. Many of them, the king's guard is physically holding them back, creating a kind of a wall, but people are reaching over their arms to try and just like touch him.
Okay. It's
similar to something you'd see like if a band were.
Yes, it's very, very fangirly.
Yes.
Okay, that's
interesting.
Sorry, what was that, Gregor?
He said interesting.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. But always good to have that reaction when you're a king. I prefer that to getting tomatoes thrown at me.
You guys notice that the king's guard is slowly pushing the crowd back as the king moves towards his table.
Okay.
It's a very large and long table that they're going to, and you can see a couple of people already sitting there.
That seems rather impolite. Normally, you don't sit until the king is seated. Okay, I'm gonna kind of try and Chinese whispers this thing and tell the people around me to make way for the king, so that no one gets accidentally hurt while they're being moved out of the way. But it's more
You're
like
gonna hurt
make
us if we
way for the
move?
king kind of thing. No,
What?
I'm not going to
What?
hurt you.
And people start screaming around you.
Yeah, that's. I was trying to rephrase it as you said that, but it wouldn't have worked any better.
Help! This guy's gonna hurt us if we don't move. Help! And they start screaming.
I'm not going to hurt anyone. Why would I hurt you? I simply want the king to have room to move.
The guard's still pushing people back to try and get the king to his table. And eventually the king does arrive at his table, and you see all the other people who are sitting stand up as he sits down. And then after he's seated, they all sit back down.
Okay. I suppose that's the cue to sit down at the table then.
You do see everyone else dispersing to tables.
Yeah, I'll go sit down at a table.
Okay.
I'll find a.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm going to find a table that doesn't have any of the people that just yelled at me.
There are none available. Just one with the guy who yelled at you.
Damn. Okay.
He is sitting right next to the king. It's in this order: the queen, the king, and then the head of the king's guard.
So, the only seat there is next to the head of the king's guard, or
no? The only seat is the one next to it's a table with the guy who yelled at you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll sit there.
Okay.
And hope.
As you sit down, the guy reaches over and takes the knife from your setting and brings it over to him.
I frown and look at him, holding my hand out for it. Say, well, I think I'm going to need that.
You're not getting this knife back. You threatened to hurt me.
I did no such thing.
You said if I don't move, I'm gonna get hurt. Those were your words.
By the guards who were moving people.
The guards were nowhere near us. The guards aren't gonna hurt us for not moving. They were just trying to make sure the king has plenty of room.
Yes, and not moving.
No one moved to the table.
That.
Everyone who was at the table was already there when the king arrived, other than the king, his wife, and the king's right hand guard.
So, the people who were standing around the king were... Okay, now I'm confused. So did he have to go up like a long table past people who were already at their seats?
No,
so standing
no.
next
Okay, let me rephrase how the way it's laid out is in roughly the middle of the entire gala is a very long table with guards surrounding it. That was his table. Scattered throughout this place, think of like a wedding. You have the groom and the bride and the groomsmen and the bridesmaids at the head table, correct? And then everyone else is at smaller tables. It's just like that, but with the king and the queen.
Yeah, gotcha.
That was my bad for not clarifying.
No, I understood how the table layout was. It was how you kind of explain. I'm assuming you're answering
Just imagine
these
tables
questions at
like
the same
spread
time.
out through the room.
So, one more time, Gregor?
Just imagine like tables spread out through the room, like a little bit bigger than your average table, but still.
No, I understand how that's laid out. It was how the king was getting to there, because I was mixing up some explanations.
Oh,
Because,
I was talking to Edie. Yeah, you gotta remember that
Yeah.
he is typing.
Yeah, no, I know, and like I was saying it, and you were answering, but there wasn't really a noticeable split in the
I'm sorry
answers.
about
So
that.
that's my bad as well. I should have realized who you were
As you
answering.
guys are sitting at the table, you hear a single horn start playing as people start rushing from the kitchen into, or from the entrance of the gala with carts. And they start dispersing to all the tables, delivering food.
Okay.
They run to the king's table and lay down all the plates for the king and everything, and then they come to all the smaller tables and start dispersing all the food. And they put down a plate in front of you with a dome over it, and they lift the dome. Is who wearing the same? Oh, all the people bringing the food out? Yes, they're all wearing the same outfits. Mostly just aprons with whatever underneath. But they put your platter in front of you, and on it is a small bird whole, surrounded with lettuce and rice.
Sorry, what was the meal again?
It's a small bird whole, as in
Yeah.
bird's face and everything, surrounded
Yeah.
in a bed of lettuce and rice.
Uncooked?
No, everything's cooked. Everything
Okay.
everything except for the lettuce is cooked.
I was assuming it was cooked, but when you said the face and everything,
It's just like they took the
I was
entire
like,
bird
yeah.
and cooked the bird, like defeathered it and then cooked
Mm.
the whole bird.
Nice.
That would have been painful. Imagine that thing riding around while
They would have
it's.
obviously killed it beforehand. They're not going to put the.
Yeah, no, I get that, but the most common way of killing it is decapitation. So, 'cause you said that the head was still there, so I was just curious how that happened. But it's fair enough. You can also just stab it in the neck. Okay, I'm gonna look at the guy again who's got my knife and say, "This meal requires me to have that, and I can promise
The
you
guy
I'm
holds
not
it
going
up
to
to you
hurt you."
in a threatening manner. No, you're not getting this back.
Okay,
You ask
take
again.
it from him.
You ask again, and you're in trouble.
Can I just reach over and take it from him?
Go ahead and roll for, I guess, to take it. I don't think any specific skill would apply to this.
Well, I think would speed work, trying to get it before he can react? Or?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Okay, and I'm not wearing my armor, so that's a 6. So would I just do like a +6 or something?
You just add your modifier, so roll and give me the. You don't have to add the
Okay.
+6. You can just give me the whole total with your modifier.
24.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you successfully reach over and grab the knife before he can react. And he looks at you dismayed. What?
I give him a polite smile and say thank you, and now I'm sure we will both enjoy our meals,
You're
won't we?
fast! And he holds up his fork. Do it again!
Damn, I'm going to become a fucking party trick. Sorry, my apologies. He sighs and attempts to do it again, I suppose. 21.
You don't have to add the +6. You can just tell me what the roll is with the +6.
Yeah, no, it stops me from
No, that's fine.
screwing up the maths. So
Okay, again, you reach over and take the fork before he can react, and he looks at his hand in dismay. Whoa! You're so fast! He picks up his spoon one more time.
He sighs and does it one last time. 10.
Okay, this time, you reach for it and he's able to react fast enough to move his hand. Ha! I knew you couldn't do it 3 times. And he kind of taps his spoon on his head.
Is it that, or is it that spoons are my weakness?
He looks at the spoon and drops it.
I hand him the fork.
He takes it and sets it down. Gregor, what are you doing during all this? And Edie, what are you doing during all this? The food has all been served, and the kitchen staff is now leaving the room.
I'm just looking around, slowly eating my food. Not much.
What, you're walking around eating your food?
No, I'm just looking around eating my food.
Oh, okay.
I think I said wandering around, and I meant to say my head is wandering around.
The man who is
Sorry.
just talking to Dern and making him take the silverware looks over and starts whispering, "You're not supposed to eat yet. You're supposed to wait for the king to take his first bite."
I slowly, I kind of...
Yes, all of the kitchen staff has left.
Food out of my mouth. I kind of slowly put it down.
The man looks at the food, then looks at you, then looks at the food, and looks at you. You're disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm kind of new to this whole thing. I apologize. I'll try my best never to do it again. I ask for your forgiveness.
As this is happening, you guys feel a tap on your shoulder. It's Marin. Have you guys found have you seen anything out of the ordinary yet?
I whisper up at her and say, well, this man accused me of trying to hurt him, and then he dropped his spoon. Out of fear, I can only assume. He's whispering it purposely so that the guy can't hear him.
Okay. The Marin looks over at the man. How are you enjoying the gala so far, sir? The man looks over. Oh, it's wonderful. I am so happy to see the king. He hasn't made an appearance in months. This is just fantastic. And she departs. Marin.
I guess that's one way to get man to bugger off, isn't it?
The king starts cutting into his bird and begins eating his food. You see someone at the table that the king's at, rings the bell and starts eating it, and the entire crowd begins eating.
Okay, that's cool. I suppose, I'll start eating as well. Out of curiosity, are pets allowed in this gala?
No.
Damn. Okay.
What pet did you have?
I already asked this. I mean, they wouldn't let me have my lion.
Yeah, no, okay. But it's a lion. I can understand not having a lion. I was just wondering if my Drake could sneak in.
If you can fit it under your garments, then yes. Go ahead and roll for stealth to see if you would have snuck it in.
If I got him in and he then was just sitting on my shoulder, would he get taken away?
You're saying you would have snuck him in and put him on your shoulder?
No, like hypothetically, if he was now on my shoulder, would he get taken away? Because you would have no way of knowing that might happen
right now. Your character would have no way of knowing that.
Okay, well then Yeah, it's a fancy event. I don't think taking a fire or an ice-breathing dragon would be a good idea.
Okay.
So no.
Weapons are fancy. I mean, I could do a trick with, but then I'll probably get accused of.
Do any of you have small weapons? Anything that you could conceal?
I have an arcane pistol. If
I
that
can't
could be.
use weapons because I'm a field medic.
What weapon did you guys have? Have?
I have an arcane pistol.
That's it? Edie, what
Yeah.
weapon did you have? Oh, that's correct. You chose the Beastmaster, correct?
Hey, I'll have
Okay.
pits.
Yeah, you can say that you have a knife. That's fine. Yes, you have a knife hidden on your person. You want it to be a dagger? That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's fine. You have a dagger.
Is there a palpable difference between the two?
Dagger's slightly larger.
Oh, yeah, true, I suppose. Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. So what are you guys doing?
I will be hungrily digging into my my bird. I'm assuming it's some sort of pigeon-like bird, and I will be thoroughly ignoring the lettuce, choosing to set it aside and have the bird with the rice because I don't like lettuce.
Okay.
That's what you get for being a carnivore.
I'm gonna stop eating. I stopped eating, and I am full. When I was full once I had stopped eating at the after the man had told me that I was being very disrespectful for eating in front of the king.
You guys, as you guys are eating, you hear a. Okay. Edie eats half of his bird before your meal is interrupted by the sound of someone yelling. Turns out it is the king. You look up and the king is now yelling.
What's
The queen and the heads of the king's guard jump up to try and find out what's wrong.
is the king yelling anything in particular?
No, he's just yelling what you would assume is pain.
Oh, okay. Can I see?
Can I stand up while looking around for anything or anyone that might be out of the ordinary at this point?
I'm going to roll for perception.
You're a field medic. You should be running over there to help.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah, you noticed that guard from before is looking incredibly worried right now.
Okay. So that's all I noticed.
And when I say incredibly, I mean like he's fearful right now.
Sweating pits or something.
What?
He's like sweating pits right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Motion to join to the guard from before and start running over to the king.
Okay. And
try to use on him. I'm assuming mend works like a healing spell.
Sorry, what?
Because otherwise, can I try using mend on the king? Because mend is the only healing spell that. I'm assuming it's a healing spell because otherwise the field medic does not have a healing spell.
I believe so. Yes. What's it do?
It says magically empowers the target's body to better repair itself. 5 HP regen for 3 turns.
Okay. Yeah. It heals. You're gonna cast it on the The king?
Yeah.
There's no dice roll. I would assume he is willing.
Oh yeah.
As long as you're not applying a debuff or attacking, and the target is
Okay.
willing, then the attack will go through. But the spell goes through.
Yeah.
Is there anything?
You, Gregor, you see the Marin run over. She comes up and she runs up to the king to see what's happening and pulls a knife out of his back.
So
The knife is one of the knives from a table. One of the
okay.
knives that was used to cut a bird, one of the meals.
Was there anyone that was walking? Actually, was am I sitting in at a spot at the table where I could like kind of glance over and see the king? Or
Edie, roll for perception. In fact, yes. You see right now, you see Dern running for the exit.
what did I do?
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Edie was looking for someone who was trying to get out of the building, and he sees you jump up like you're trying to leave. And he now thinks you are trying to leave the building.
I wasn't standing, but okay.
Oh, you weren't?
Well,
No,
I
I was.
was
You are now.
standing when I motioned.
Okay.
To the
Now I'm standing. Yeah. Because
Because
I
you rolled
was-
for perception, and you have to get up.
I didn't roll for perception.
No, Edie did. The little thing you should know about these campaigns is if anyone rolls a 1, I take that and have some fun with it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You can ask Gregor there. It's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
Our campaign is really good. I think we rolled like 3 1s on St. Patrick's Day. Or something. Stupid
Ouch.
like that. We got no 20s.
That's painful. Okay, while he's thinking that I'm the attacker, well, I'm now standing, I suppose, but is my seat in a position where I could glance up and see the king?
Yeah, everyone could see the king. He was in the middle of the room.
Okay. Did I happen to catch a glance of anyone that was walking behind him? Or anyone that is standing behind him?
Roll for perception.
Yeah, I'm totally pretty fucking possible.
No,
12.
as far as you can tell, no. No one could have possibly, from what you can see, been the one who did it. You hear Marin yell at the top of her voice. No one is to move. They are coming around to inspect to see whose knife is missing.
Can I still move to like heal the king? Am I still allowed to do it?
Yeah, you're there
They're
healing
gonna
him right
stab me. Okay.
now. They
I don't
let you
want
through.
I don't want to get stabbed for healing the king.
No, Marin would let you through.
Okay.
The guards are now combing through the event, trying to find which knife is missing.
Okay, I make sure that my knife is in front of me.
Roll for perception.
Oh, fuck off. That bastard.
Your knife
come on!
Your knife is in fact missing.
I scowl and I look over at the guy beside me who took my knife away before.
He is just in shock right now and staring at the king. Like his mouth is wide open.
I start looking around for my knife because I know I didn't hurt the king.
Okay, where are you looking?
I'm going to look under my bed, under my napkin, on the floor, just in case it clattered as I got up.
You do not see it anywhere.
Of course I don't.
The guard is now slowly approaching you.
Is he still checking other people, or is he just looking at
The,
me
the,
now?
the guard, it's more than one guard. Like the entire guard force is combing through every table, and they are making their way towards you.
I'm gonna wait until they get to this table, and then I will tell them that my knife is missing,
Okay.
and that I must have dropped it somehow, but I attempt to assure them that I've been sitting in my seat enjoying this delicious meal the entire time, and all the compatriots at this table can vouch for it.
The guard approaches and inspects your table and finds that your knife is in fact missing. And they immediately shout to Marin that yours is the knife that's missing.
I look at Marin and I suppose all I can do is shrug and say I have no idea where it went. I can assure you I did not harm the king.
Then how come your knife is the one that was in his bag?
For that, I have no answer. I was entertaining this fellow beside me. He had taken my knife before, and
he has his knife.
Taken
there
back.
is one
yes,
knife missing from this table, and it is yours.
And I can assure you, I don't know what happened to it.
Were you eating your meal?
I was. It's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious that my bird is pretty well devoured at this point.
Gregor, what are you doing? And eating what are you doing?
I was gonna say I was going. So the whole issue has been taken care of. The king's healed now, correct?
Yeah, he is for the most part healed.
I was going to walk back to my table and see what's going on.
Okay. You see them interrogating Dern.
Can I walk over and start talking to?
You start walking, and the guard stops you from getting any closer.
Excuse me, sir. I know the man you're interrogating right now. I see close friends. He actually came here with me and my escort, and I very much trust this man. Please, I'm sure he is a great person. I'm sure he.
Sir, please back up, sir. We're trying to find out what happened. This man's knife is the one that was plunged into the king's back.
How do you know that for sure? I mean, there is
no one else's knife is missing.
I find it hard to believe that no one else's knife is missing.
Why would that be hard to believe, sir?
Well, I mean,
why would anyone steal a knife from the King's Gala? These people are all wealthy noblemen.
Well, I mean,
who were invited personally to the King's Gala.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that anyone was stolen that per se.
Sir, were you an accessory?
No. You can ask
Sir, please come with us. And they start bringing you towards Dern.
Can Meredith see me from here?
Marin, she is right next to you guys.
Oh, she is. Marin, can you help us out here?
You guys are in quite trouble right now.
And
yes, he is still at the table. He's just watching this all unfold in dismay.
Guys, can you please listen? We're actually mercenaries who were hired by
mercenaries
for there.
You shouldn't have said mercenaries.
The guard who was listening in now yells, "These men are mercenaries! They were here to kill the king!"
No, I'm so sorry.
Roll for diplomacy. Yeah,
Christ, you're the reason we're gonna get killed.
They the guard is now all approaching you.
No, I'm sorry.
You guys were the ones who were hired to kill the king? And I hired you?
No.
Your plan was to extort us for money and get the money to kill the king. Was that correct? Use
No.
use your position near the king to kill him.
No. How could either one of us even kill
Stop.
the king?
As she signals to the king's guard, and they start surrounding you and start handcuffing you.
Listen. I swear we didn't do anything.
He did eat most of his food, Edie.
It's all a big misunderstanding. I mean, you saw it. You've seen what we've done at the guild. You know that we're not bad people, right? I mean, if we were bad people.
God, this is going badly.
She tells you, listen, I know you were hired, and you seemed like good people at the time, but the evidence is against you. Your knife was found in the king's bag.
Look, you see, listen, why would I do anything? None of us can act. I mean, we're practically work for hire. I mean, you only hired us to protect and do some.
And apparently, you were also hired to kill.
We've done a background check. All guild quests have to be. You have to check to see if we've had quests before. So I mean, why would we? I mean, you had to check on the guild. So I mean, chances are you would have seen if we were hired by a shady.
You may have been
thing,
hired under the table, though. They don't have to go through the guild. Darren, what were you saying?
I was just gonna. I'm gonna look both Marin and the guard in the eye and say, if you wish to arrest me for harming the king, then that is your choice. However, I know that I did not do such a thing, and I will do everything I can to help you find the real culprit for this.
Edie, roll for roll for diplomacy to talk to the man. The man tells you, I don't want to get involved with this. I don't want to go to jail.
Okay.
The guard starts taking you all out of the room, and you hear him tell him to throw you in the dungeon.
I gotta head out.
Okay, yeah, we're almost done, so you won't miss much.
Yeah. Figured it was nearing the end of the campaign. Here, I'll stay in for what happens, so I don't miss anything again.
Okay. You guys are all thrown in the dungeon. Edie, you too, for being with the party. And as the guard leaves, Marin comes in, brandishing the knife, and tells you, well, thank you guys. I hired you to frame you for the murder. Do you remember, Dern, when I walked up and asked you how your meal was going?
I knew.
Dern looks down and just sighs. Out of curiosity, how big are the bars, and like how wide are the gaps in the bars in this cell?
Maybe half an inch between them.
So that's not wide enough to put a hand through, is it?
Well, wide enough to maybe stick your arm, but nothing else.
Okay. Can I quickly reach out, grab Marin by, I suppose, her collar, and pull her hard into the bars to knock her out?
Roll for speed.
Oh, please go low, please go low, please go low, please go low. I wish I was wearing my armor right now. That's it.
No, she backs up before you can reach her. Listen, I would like to point out one extra thing. Thank you for healing the king. However, the knife was coated in a deadly toxin. So he will be dying of his wounds, and you guys will probably be executed.
And
You see, Marin, I know detect lie, and I have proof. Actually, no, it won't even matter now. You know what? Yeah.
Well, thank you guys, though. You really did help me out. I was paid a large sum of money to do this, and no one will be the wiser.
you betrayed your own king for this?
I did, and thank you very much. And she leaves.
Well, at least, know that my lion will take care of her when she leaves the castle.
Okay, I will let you roll for one attack from the lion. Edie, no, your weapons were stolen. No, the lion is killed by the king's guard, and so is the drake.
Oh, I was just trying to say, I wish I'd taken my Drake with me now. No, my Drake.
Yeah, you guys, I guess, are now going to be executed. That was the end of the campaign. Thank you for anyone who's listening live in Discord, Twitch, or YouTube. For anyone who's in Twitch or in Discord right now who wants to be part of the giveaway, the first person to claim the key that pops up on the channel, on the Twitch channel right now, gets to have the Steam game that it goes to. It will be popping up in just a second. So make sure you're ready, and when it comes up, it's all yours. Thank you for anyone who's listening, and I hope to see you guys next time.